Hello. Or hey, buddies. It's Saturday, May something, I don't know. And I thought I would read another excerpt from my very first trip to England in 1992. And while I read that, you can watch me make breakfast. I made breakfast this morning. And even though the Cafe Bustelo did not work out all that great, it was a good day today. So, I don't remember what I read last time, but I think I read my actual birthday on 27 October 1992. Let me go a couple of days past. Let's see. I can't find where it starts. Working on it. Let me find. Sorry, I guess I should have prepped this first. Duh. Well, I can't find where it starts, so I'll just start anywhere. It says at the top of the page, 11 a.m., October 29th. Brit Rail train. He got us some canned pudding and wanted to eat on the train. I remember this. I had a feeling it would be gross, so I asked him if I could save it for later. Good thing I did. It was gross. Let me go back. I must have been going to Luton, Bedfordshire, St. Albans with Kevin, because I remember that. Let's see. some great stuff in the gift shop. Little hats for the boys and things like that. The trip through the ship took forever. My mouth was so dry and I was starving. Thank goodness there was a cafe on the ship. The cafe used to be a hangar. The kitchens were the best part, for there were tons of ovens and sinks and little bitty drawers everywhere. There I am with that stupid word drawer. I have trouble saying that. When I had finished looking around, I walked back to the underground. That's when I got disappointed. Where do I go now? What else? Harrods? This was my third time. I only bought some cookies, then I made my way back to the hotel. It was only 5, but I needed to get packed and ready. I stopped at my favorite sandwich shop for dinner. Gosh, I was doing nothing but eating on that trip. And brought it back. I've been checking around about my transfer to the airport. Good thing, because the jackasses downstairs know nothing. I've never known such a gang of idiots in my whole life. He just called and said my transfer leaves at 6:45. That's crazy. A good idea to go further out. I need to gather the rest of my stuff up now. Oh, yeah. I lost my watch in Harrods tonight. Can you believe the first person I asked had it? Someone found it and turned it in. 30 years later, I don't even remember that. Don't even remember that. That's crazy. All right, 11:20, 31,000 feet. We're over the Atlantic now, just over the Scottish border. The creeps downstairs managed to wake me on time. I just changed my watch back to Houston time, so it is now 5:22. I'm starving. Lunch should be here soon. There was virtually no walking at Gatwick. No long walking at Gatwick. Checking in was simple, and we boarded and took off early. Wow, this is 30 years ago. I had a window seat, but it did not have a tray, so I moved to an aisle center seat. It is much more comfortable, and I can see the TV better. I think we will see Sister Act. I can't wait for one of Mom's dinners. The food in England is just plain, and bland. Even the cheesecake has no taste. We Americans are pretty spoiled. At least there are no naked sluts on this flight. Well, yeah, I haven't read my journal entry for the trip over to London. Yeah, there was some irregularities going on that flight. Let's see. I am hungry. I just realized what a good decision it was to bring this book. It has been perfect. I'm looking forward to filling up another one on another trip. Next time with Mom. Here comes more drinks. Overall, I really enjoyed myself. It's I was apprehensive about eating by myself, but all was just fine. I proved myself right about traveling alone. It was great going where I wanted with no itinerary or deadlines. Also, I still can't get over the tube. Now I see what all the excitement is about mass transit. Lunch is coming. 5:35 now. I'll be home soon. I was a big girl. I didn't get homesick at all, but I did miss my kitty, and I've got a little and I wrote right to the very last line of this book, and there's a little tiny drawing of a kitty face. I was talking about our family cat, Sophia. Anyway, to one of the very few subscribers I have that's not family or friends, this journal was wrote in October 1992. I was 22 years old, and at the time writing this journal, I had no idea that less than 2 years later, my mom would pass away. So that's kind of weird seeing that. And I guess this is a really, really weird video, watching somebody in Mont Belvieu, Texas make breakfast while listening to somebody read their journal entry of a trip from 30 years ago. 92, 2012. Yeah, 29 years ago. So, let's see. It's really nice reading this. I am glad I have this book. And I love how throughout it I wrote how I can't wait to come back. And I'm so happy I did go back. I've gone back many times and I absolutely love England. I remember so well people saying to see England, you need to get out of London. And I was just like, oh, I love London. I don't want to go. But I have got out of England. I've gone to Bath and I've gone to Salisbury. I stayed in Salisbury a couple times with my friend Polly. I even went back with my friend Evelette. And I've gone back with my friend Beverly and Beth. And we drove. We drove from right out of the center of London. We drove all the way through Scotland and then right to the port, and we turned in our rental car and we got on a ferry and we went to Ireland. And my favorite part of going to England is going to the far south to Plymouth, where I have discovered that is where our ancestors are from. No, we did not come over on the Mayflower, but I have found some direct ancestors from Plymouth. I even visited St. Andrews in Plymouth, which is where they have documentation of several relatives being christened there. I even got to lay my hands on the actual baptismal font that was used in the late 1700s. And how about for the last 5 minutes, I go ahead and read page 1. Page 1, and just be done with it. Page 1. London, October 24, 1992. I slept horribly Friday night. I'm talking about my ex-nephews-in-law. I slept horribly Friday night. Chris's bed was very comfortable, but my sinuses acted up. We got up at 9, then went shopping. I found a great watch. I guess that's the one I lost in Harrods. And pearl necklace. We decided to go straight to the airport. A good thing, for we had just enough time. I checked in, exchanged some currency, then we ate. We went to my gate to watch the plane being prepared. Shortly after, Julie and Robert showed up. I forgot about this. I was flattered, but highly embarrassed by their behavior. Whoops. What? Everyone was so sweet. What is flattered but highly embarrassed by his behavior? I don't even remember Robert. Is that the guy? I don't know. I left to board. It was a great feeling walking to my plane. At first, I sat in the wrong seat, but it was in 2 seats over. and 2 seats into the center of the plane. And I have a little diagram that I wrote showing where I sat. It's not bad because I have a wonderful view of the TV. We will see either Sister Act or Far and Away. I hope Far and Away. That was how I wrote whispered things. I wrote real low. I drank mineral water. Then for dinner, poached salmon and wine sauce. Potatoes, beans, pineapple, ham, cheese, crackers, bread. God, it's a lot of food. Chocolate mints and coffee. But the roll was seriously hard. Right now, I am trying not to notice the French slut 2 seats away. She looks 19 and her boyfriend 50. Now, to me, at 22 years old, 50 was probably, in my mind, very, very old. She is on top of him with her shirt wide open, no bra. Trashy slut. I'm not having any problem. My throat is a little scratchy. Later, 7:20. And then 8:45. Yay, Far and Away. Breakfast was at 5. Sadly, it was awful, but I won't complain. I think it just did. Even the tea was bad. The plane landed really hard. It frightened me, but then I saw that no one else was concerned. Once I departed, I went straight to customs. No problem, then straight to arrivals. It was hard to believe I was in London, for as yet I hadn't seen the outside. As I looked for my host, I noticed maybe 20 scruffy-looking men holding signs with people's name on them. I wish I took a picture because it was really funny looking. Then it dawned on me that one of these rough-looking men might be my ride. I said to myself, please God, don't let my name be on one of those signs. Finally, a sweet woman came up to me. She knew just who I was. She then introduced me to a typically English fellow named Edmund. He was very polite and jovial. We also picked up another girl traveling alone from Canada. No, we didn't go to Canada to get her. Gosh, I'm really bad at jokes. The ride was beautiful, picturesque, and scenic, and so English. I loved it. We all 3 enjoyed talking to each other and comparing countries. When I got to my hotel, thank God my room was ready. It is so cute. I can't figure out the teapot, though. The bathroom is charming tile. The door is very heavy wood with the doorknob even with my chest. Like any wise person, I took a 2-hour nap at 12. At 12, I went across the street to check in with my host. She gave me my information and told me about the 2:30 meeting. I had time to kill, so I set out haphazardly. It was wonderful strolling along this little fruit stands and news agents. I got lots of postcards. I got back for the meeting. It was me, the host, and an elderly couple from Canada. Real nice. Well, this is all. I'm out of time. But anyway, thanks for listening. I hope everyone's having a really, really good weekend. There's really not much more to go over in this, so I think I'm going to squash this. But anyway, hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Hello. Or hey, buddies. It's Saturday, May something, I don't know. And I thought I would read another excerpt from my very first trip to England.